Hi everyone, welcome back to another video here on Apologue's YouTube channel. Now, I know that last week we wrapped up our university series. However, there's one thing that I really want to touch upon with you, and that is how do you stand out from everybody else? Especially as a university student, when standing out and being better and greater than everybody else is so important for you to get a job or for you to get that opportunity or the internship that you've always wanted. How do you actually do that? Now, I just came back from a conference where it's a student conference, and I dealt with a lot of different students. We had a lot of conversations, and the one thing that kept coming up was, how do I stand out? How do I make sure I get this job? How do I break into the industry? Things like that. And the thing is, a lot of people think that the way to stand out is just by studying really hard, by locking yourself in your room and studying until midnight every single night and never going out to another social event again, and when you have good grades, that's how you stand out, right? But the thing is, standing out is about doing what everybody else isn't doing. And it's so crazy because when you think about it, everyone is doing what everybody else is doing. Everybody knows that if you get good grades, you get the opportunities. Everyone thinks that if you talk to 50 people when you go to a networking event, you're gonna get a referral. Everyone thinks like that. And when 50, 100, 200 people, 200 other people think like that, how are you going to stand out? So today's video isn't going to tell you exactly what to do to stand out, but it will help challenge the way that you're defining what standing out really means. What are you doing differently that helps you, that sets you apart from everybody else? For me, just to share with you an example, back in university, I didn't have the best grades. I was a super average student, didn't have the best grades, didn't study crazy amounts. I did what I had to do. I didn't fail any courses. I did what I had to do. So I asked myself, right, me being in business school, I looked around me and I can honestly say 50, 60, 70% of people in the room are super smart. And chances are at least 50 or 60% of the people in the room has done an internship at a big firm before, right? Whether it's a big accounting firm or finance firm, whatever it is, at least 50% of the room has done that before. So how do I stand out, right? Initially, when I was in second year, I thought standing out meant doing that as well. So I did. I went ahead and got an internship at a big accounting firm. And did I feel like I stood out? No, because I just joined that 50, 60% of people who did the same thing that I did. So what did I do differently? Now, when you look at it that way, when you look at it from a perspective of how can I be different, right? How can I be different from everybody else in the room? I know everybody's smart. I know everybody can land an internship. I know everybody can get good grades. How can I actually be different? And for me, the solution and the answer that I came to is by starting side projects and side hustles in university. Now the thing is, I have a whole video on starting businesses in university. You can check that out in the Apologue's YouTube channel. However, just to share with you, starting a business in university isn't that hard. I'm not asking you to start the next Tesla, the next Netflix. I'm just asking you to start something like a passion project. Start something that you can put in your resume, something that will help you to build that story that you can tell your future employers, or that story that you can tell your future kids, something that will set you apart. And then when you really look back and when you go back to the room of people and you ask yourself how many people have actually started a side project while they're still in school, or how many people have started a business while they're still in school, chances are that number from 50, 60% will go all the way down to 10, maybe 20%. And that is how you start to stand out and put yourself on a different playing field from everybody else. Now this is just one way of doing it. This is just my way of how I chose to stand out from everybody else. I think it's an amazing way to do it. So if you are watching this video and you have an idea or a passion or something that you've always wanted to do it. Right? Don't wait for the right time. Don't wait till you graduate and you're trying to find a job to do that. This time of your life is a time where you have to stand out. It's a time when you have to do things differently. There are a lot of other ways as well, whether it's taking part in a conference or taking part in a student club and taking a big role or starting a university club. That could be another way for you to stand out as well. Ask yourself this question: what can I do differently? And then you will really figure out the way to stand out from everybody else. Thank you very much for watching this video. Again, Apologue's vision is to help people and millennials and young adults around the world to better identify what you're meant to do in your life so that they can accelerate your growth and live a more fulfilling life. Thank you once again for watching. If you haven't, make sure you give it a like, make sure you subscribe, and let us know what your biggest takeaway is from this video. Again, my name is James, and I'll see you in the next video.